Getting famous on YouTube can bring in a ton of cash and followers, but it can also cause some serious problems. Some creators get so caught up in their success that they make dumb choices that get them into big legal messes. From scams to arrests and even prison time, these YouTubers found out the hard way that the law doesn't give a damn about how many subscribers you have. Let's check out some of the craziest stories where online fame brought real-life trouble. Number 1. The rise and fall of Austin Jones, the Predator YouTuber. Austin Jones was a well-known YouTuber famous for his awesome a cappella covers and singing skills. But beneath that friendly persona, there was something really shady going on. Back in 2017, it came out that he was pressuring underage fans to send him inappropriate videos, claiming it was just to prove their loyalty as fans. The FBI stepped in, and after a thorough investigation, they arrested him and charged him with making illegal content involving minors. In 2019, he ended up pleading guilty and was hit with a 10-year prison sentence. His story turned into a big wake-up call for influencers who take advantage of their younger audience. Number 2. The stolen millions, the J Station scandal. J Station built his career on controversy, but he took things too far in 2020. He faked his girlfriend's death just to get some sympathy and views, but that's not the only thing he got into hot water for. Before that, he was already in trouble for fraud and trespassing. His antics, including exploiting tragedies for content, drew the attention of authorities. Eventually, YouTube demonetized his channel and his career crumbled. He was later arrested for assault charges involving his real-life girlfriend, marking the end of his online influence. Number 3. Logan Paul's illegal business and crypto scandal. Logan Paul was definitely having his fair share of drama, but one of the shadiest things he did was CryptoZoo. He hyped up this cool play-to-earn NFT game, but after raking in millions from investors, it never actually launched. People started accusing him of fraud, and some folks say they lost thousands because of it. Logan initially denied responsibility, but mounting legal pressure forced him to address the situation. Multiple lawsuits were filed, and although he promised funds, many believe he intentionally scammed his audience. His case highlights the growing issue of influencers promoting shady financial schemes. Number 4. Ryan Stone, the YouTuber who led a high-speed chase. Ryan Stone, a no-name YouTuber, made headlines when he swiped a car and went on a wild high-speed chase with the cops. It went on for over an hour, and he even hit a police officer along the way. Turns out he had been streaming parts of his crazy ride live, which only made things worse for him. In court, they used that footage as proof, and he got slapped with a 160-year sentence. His story is a crazy example of how some influencers will risk it all for some attention, even if it wrecks their lives. Number 5. The Daddy05 child abuse scandal. Mike and Heather Martin, the creators of the Daddy05 channel, became infamous for their cruel prank videos. They frequently targeted their children, particularly their youngest son, Cody, often reducing him to tears for entertainment. When people started worrying about possible abuse, the cops got involved. Child Protective Services took 2 of the kids away from their parents, and the couple was hit with charges of child neglect. They ended up pleading guilty and lost custody of Cody and his sister. The whole situation just goes to show that not all YouTube videos are just harmless fun. Number 6. Jake Paul's FBI raid, illegal firearms and looting allegations. Jake Paul's wild antics have frequently landed him in the news, but things took a turn in 2020 when the FBI showed up at his house. They were looking into some video that supposedly showed him looting during the George Floyd protests. During that raid, they found some illegal guns, which definitely didn't help his situation. He never got formally charged, but the whole thing really hurt his image, causing him to lose sponsors and putting a spotlight on influencers who act recklessly. Number 7. Sam Pepper, from prankster to accused criminal. Sam Pepper made a name for himself with his wild, shock value videos, but some of his social experiments went way too far, leading some to have some heavy accusations against him. Back in 2014, several women called him out for sexual misconduct, and even though he denied it, his reputation took a major hit and never bounced back. He didn't face any criminal charges, but he did get into hot water for breaking YouTube's rules. His video, particularly those involving harassment, led to mass public backlash and demonetization. In the end, he just vanished from the platform, showing that people can be just as harsh as the law sometimes. 8. Boogie2988, YouTuber shoots a gun in a residential area. Boogie2988, a well-known gaming YouTuber, found himself in legal trouble after a confrontation with an internet stalker, Frank Hassel. When Hassel popped up at his place unannounced, Boogie shot a warning shot into the sky. Unfortunately, firing a gun in a neighborhood got him in trouble with the law. He didn't end up in jail, but he did get hit with a fine and probation. His situation stirred up some debate. Was he just protecting himself, or did he overreact? Number 9. Ice Poseidon and the FBI's interest in swatting cases. Ice Poseidon, a former live streamer, built up a huge fan base with his wild IRL streams. But his crazy community got a bad rap for swatting. Basically, they'd prank call the cops to send them to someone's house for fake emergencies. Due to multiple swatting incidents linked to his stream, the FBI launched an investigation. While he wasn't charged directly, law enforcement cracked down on swatting cases with several of his fans facing prison sentences. It showed that what you do online can actually get you in trouble in real life. Number 10. Vitaly Zodorevsky. Assault charges and legal trouble. Vitaly, famous for his crazy pranks, built a huge fan base on YouTube by going all out. But in 2020, things took a serious turn when he got arrested for assaulting a woman in Miami Beach. Word is he tackled and punched a random jogger for no reason, and she ended up with some pretty nasty injuries. This wasn't his first rodeo with the law either. He had been arrested before the trespassing and doing other reckless stuff. But this assault case was different. He got hit with serious battery charges, and even though he ended up pleading guilty and making a deal, his reputation took a massive hit that he just can't come back from. Vitaly's situation is a real eye-opener about how prank culture can go too far and turn into an actual crime. A lot of YouTubers mix fun and serious consequences, but this case proves that not everything is a joke. Since things went south illegally for him, he's pretty much disappeared online, and fans are still wondering if his pranks were ever as harmless as they seem. His story is a reminder that the actions have consequences, especially when the law gets involved. Number 11. The Paul brothers' illegal gambling controversy. Logan and Jake Paul have definitely been in some hot water over the years, but one of the biggest messes they got into was related to illegal gambling promotions. Back in 2018, Jake and fellow YouTuber Rice Gum got called out for pushing a sketchy loot box site called Mystery Brand, which ended up being investigated for fraud. The site claimed users could win pricey stuff like fancy cars and high-tech gadgets, but a lot of people complained they never got anything. The whole drama got people talking about how influencers can mislead their fans, especially younger ones who might not get how risky online gambling can be. Even though no official charges were made, the backlash was intense, and Jake and Rice Gum ended up giving some pretty weak apologies. Years later, Logan Paul faced similar legal problems with CryptoZoo, a failed NFT project that led to fraud allegations and potential lawsuits. Both scandals highlight a growing issue where influencers exploit their audiences through misleading financial schemes. While the Paul brothers have managed to stay out of jail, their repeated involvement in questionable business ventures raises concerns about how much responsibility YouTubers should bear when promoting products to millions of fans. These stories show that having a ton of followers doesn't mean you can dodge the law. Some YouTubers have totally lost it all, and others are still dealing with the fallout from their actions. What do you think? Should influencers be held to a higher standard, or are they just like anyone else who messes up? Hit me up in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more crazy YouTube insights.